Welcome back, rivals. This is Xonia, and you are in the zone. Today we're going to be taking a look at my old Leader Wars video. I wasn't able to record any sound at the time, so this is being added in afterwards. But here we are. This is my 8th match. I'm going for my 8th win here in Leader Wars. Basically, it was a T2 free-for-all with tons of T2 bad boys, lots of the big 5 running around, and lots of big DR also running around. So here I'm playing against Cali TNT, or Clintz, however you would pronounce that, level 75. Again, he's got 2 DR, so I'm a little bit worried at this point, but he threw copper first, which made me pretty happy. I was hoping to force at least a few pills out of him. So I decided here, basically, I was going to go all in. You know, it's all or nothing. I'm going to go with Walter. And I got really lucky here because I bluffed, hoping that he was going to play one of the other cards. By playing Walter first, I knew that Miss Nova couldn't be there, so I was looking at Rhino. He probably thought I was going to go with Rhino as well. Rhino could have done quite a lot of damage to me, put me in a very bad situation. But because he wanted to save, he decided to play Eric with almost nothing. And, of course, Walter was at 6 power at the time, whereas all of his cards would have been at only 4. So normally I like to save my power manipulation like that for the kind of finisher move, because it's a lot more reliable. It's a lot more scary at that point. I don't like to go in first with it because then it means that you can't use it again later. Like, I want to be able to use it in order to finish off the person and guarantee that I'm going to be able to win, even if I've got less pills. So at this point, we're really just waiting for him to decide who he's going to basically lose with, because I've done so much more damage than him. He's only got 9 life. I've got 14. Doesn't matter at all. I just need to make sure that I win one of these rounds. And so throwing Amber for nothing, it doesn't even matter that I'm going to lose my plus 12 attack with Stanley, because if Stanley had been played first, he would have lost it anyway now. And I don't need it at all because Amber is going to put him at 11 power, which is going to be more than enough to combat Rhino. Oh, I will lose 1 from Eric, so only 10 power. But still, it doesn't matter at all because Miss Nova is only able to bring me down to 1 life below. So as long as I have 2 damage, which I definitely will against Rhino, I'll be able to do 3. I don't even need to Fury for it. So that pretty much ended this one. I decided to give this one a try because I save all of my Leaders Wars tickets for specifically these kinds of events. And unfortunately, I was really busy this last weekend, so I was only able to do 2-3 rounds of Leader Wars over the last couple days, which made me super sad, especially when I did so well on this one. So here we are. We won the battle. That was our 8th win, or sorry, that was our 9th win. So we are now at 9 victories. We're getting really close to the end here. I don't like to show you guys the early stages because if I do poorly, then it doesn't really help you at all. So right now I'm sitting at 55,000 Clintz. I've only got 1 life left. If I get to 12, I get Ogun QRB. I've got a pretty killer deck under my belt right now. Lots of power manipulation combined with Amber is very scary. I have 3 super amazing DR cards. And so here we're facing off against Volt, and I was really worried about this match as well. This match was not happy. Remember, I've only got 1 life left, so my next loss ends it for me. With Chakra, Spike, and DJ Core CR, this does not look like the best situation for me. I've got to play first. So we've got Kalis and Volter here waiting in the wings, probably to be used with Amber. Both of them absolutely devastating cards when used with Amber. Volt is only going to reduce their damage by 1, which doesn't matter too much. My main point here is, with Walter, I want to make sure that I don't get completely destroyed, because if he plays Spike, Walter is going to stay at 4. Amber is going to reduce him to 4, but Spike will also be reduced to 4. So both of my characters will be at 4, and I want Walter to be able to beat Spike. So the reason I played as many pills as I did was in case Spike went in with 7 or 8. If he goes with any of his other cards, Chakra will not have courage, so he cannot stop my bonus. Even if he stops my ability, he's able to maintain his 8, I will have 7. This was really just a bad situation for me to be in here, and I didn't want to play Kalis first because Kalis is such a dominant card. I was also a little worried about DJ Core because of the DR, but ultimately it really didn't even matter because I guess he thought that I was only going to go 2 pills, 3 pills in. So he went really far in. So now he's down on pills. He's down on life. I only did 4 damage, though, the 3 from DJ Core plus the -1 from Volt. So now it's down to Spike and Chakra, and honestly, at this point, it doesn't even matter because as long as I don't play Jason against a Couraged Chakra, I will be perfectly fine because Jason would not get his DR. But as long as I can DR one of his characters, I will be just fine because between especially Volt and Spike, it doesn't matter at all who I win with. And since I have a pill lead, I go, okay, Amber, just go ahead and throw her. You know, it really doesn't matter at this point. This game is already a lock. So he's going to do 6 damage. That will cause him to be 2 ahead of me right now, but we are not worried about this at all. I could have played one more with Amber without any real issue as well, but what's the point in just losing the pills, risking it? Amber would have only done 3 damage. I mean, yeah, it might be demoralizing, but the point here is now we look at this and we go, okay, so Kalis versus Spike. Spike is going to pull me down to 4. Again, even with Amber, I'm only going to be at 4, but Kalis will pull Spike down to 2, whereas Volt will be pulled down to 3. So if he plays Volt with 3, that's going to give him 21 attack, but I will also be at 7 at that point, which would give me 28 with 4 pills. Whereas Spike, if he plays that, Spike will only have 2 attack, or 2 power, which would put him at only 14 max. And so even though I'm at 4 pills would put me at 16 attack. So either way, I can win. If I throw the Fury on, that just seals the deal even further. So we're going to go ahead, put this in. It doesn't matter. I was double checking and triple checking because I don't want to lose at this point. I've already pretty much got the win locked down. I think being able to have both Kalis CR and Walter Bianco, along with drawing a DR with Amber, that's a pretty deadly combination there because your opponent is just going to be absolutely destroyed. Kalis will pull them so far down, he only needs a few pills in order to create a huge gap. Walter only needs to put 1 or 2, and if you can't stop his bonus, if you're going to be pulled down to 4, that means that you're going to need at least 3 just to get over his bonus. Absolutely brutal as far as, that's concerned. Only 9 damage, not 10, because of the DR. But it didn't really matter. Ofrisun just decides to leave the battle because it's over. That puts me at 10 wins. I have never gotten 10 wins before. This was my first time to ever get 10 wins in Leader Wars. So I was pretty psyched at this point. Like, okay, HL Raptor, let's see how we do. Oh, okay, we've got Ashigaru. I was like, oh no, Ashigaru. And then I went, I have Amber. Yes, all of my cards get +3. All of my cards get +3. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so basically at this point I'm just going, all right, how do I wreck this guy the most? How do I assure that this becomes a horrible destruction of justice? Not justice, sorry. Anyway, so I'm thinking, okay, if I play a few, I'll be able to win with Kiki CR. Even though Kiki is not the best, I want to be able to kind of stop Haze. Haze is the one I'm kind of worried about right now. Of all the cards out here, Haze is probably the most worrisome, but B-Boy is worrisome in the opposite direction. So I'm thinking, okay, do I want to throw Stanley out here? You're going to be at 11. That would put me at 8. I'm trying to look at how much I need for Stanley in order to be able to beat everyone else. What do I need? How do I do this? And I go, okay, well, I think I'm just going to settle on Kiki CR. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bluff with Kiki CR. I'm going to put just enough to be able to beat a 0-pill Haze. But playing Kiki CR first, especially after so much time, is definitely going to leave HL Raptor to think that I've gone in at least a decent bit with Kiki, because I've got cards like Stanley and I can afford to play a lot of pills. And so this is going to cause him to think, okay, I need to go in big on this round in order to beat him. Or it's going to cause him to go, I should play 0 pills. So ultimately what I'm doing is I'm trying to maximize my benefit for whatever he decides to do. If he 0 pills, I win with Kiki, this game is already over. If he goes in big, like he knows he probably will need to, I only played 1 extra pill, so I'm going to end up with a huge pill lead, and then Stanley and Kalis are definitely going to be able to seal the deal after this. Remember, Kiki CR is at 10 power right now. So he does throw Haze, and I have no idea why, but he throws Haze pretty far in. So I'm going, okay, I'm pretty sure I've got this one. But the issue is that if he saves Sarah M1, even with only 4 pills, That's going to be 28 plus the 16, which is going to be a real pain for my cards. So I'm looking here and I'm going, okay, I need to play Kalis next, because Kalis, even though he's going to do really well against Sarah, he's saved the 4 pills in order to be able to get Sarah to the min 8 at the minimum. And I don't want to have to go over all of that extra damage. So I'm looking at this, I'm going, okay, for 8, right now he's got 8 attack, and then he's going to have a growth of 8 more, which is going to put him at 16. So really all I need here with my 7 is I need 3 pills. But I also need to look out for B-Boy. B-Boy is going to go to 9 power. 9 is going to put him on even with Kalis, which means I need to play at least 4 pills in order to counter any kind of B-Boy retaliation. Of course, if he uses Ashigaru, I've already got that one, because Ashigaru is kind of in between Sarah and B-Boy. So at a minimum, I would need to play at least 3 pills. 4 for would guarantees it no matter what. And of course, he throws Ashigaru for, as I'm sure you guessed, 0 pills. Again, we're looking pretty good here now. We're 1 life ahead. We've got a significant pill lead. But we still need to look out because we have Amber, and that's kind of the thing. I had to choose there between Kalis and Amber, and so now I'm going, okay, now I've got to get Amber a win against either Sarah or B-Boy. Again, Sarah M1 is going to be 28 plus a potential 16 extra, which is going to be 44. If Amber is 9 power, that means I'm going to need at least 5 pills. Now, right now with Stanley has his plus 12, which is going to be equal to Sarah M1 right now. So he and Sarah M1 are equal. I'm going to be 8, 9, 10, 11 power. So really all I would need against Sarah M1 is 2 or 3 pills, which is good. But B-Boy is the one that I really need to worry about, because B-Boy is also going to be 11 power, which means that they're going to be equal, but I'm going to have the plus 12, which means that I really only need to play 4 pills in order to guarantee the win, I think, is what I was thinking. Let's see, B-Boy. We're both going to be at 11, but because I have the attack plus 12, I only need 3. 4 is just to be safe. I'm still going to have the 5 that I need. I got really nervous because the time was running down, and I'm going, oh no, where did all my time go? I hope I didn't misplay. Of course, I'm hoping that Amber is going to be able to beat B-Boy. Obviously, she can win with more pills than B-Boy, because they will both be at 9 power, because B-Boy will copy nothing. But Sarah M1 is the one that I am worried about. I'm going to end up having 6 pills left anyway, so overall, I didn't need to worry. I was really happy to realize that afterwards. No matter what he plays at this point, the game has already been locked in, and it is over. And it pretty much was after the first round. As you could see, he played 10 pills. That was a lot, quite a lot of pills to play on that one. And he probably would have been able to get me if I hadn't played 0 pills, or nearly 0 pills, almost ulted. So thankfully I did not, though. Got very lucky there, and there you have it. Amber wins, and that gets me my 11th win. Of course, getting 11 wins made me very excited. Up to a really nice prize at 11 wins, and I'm thinking, oh man, I might actually finally beat my first Leader Wars. I might finally max out the number of wins you can get for a Leader Wars. I've never actually finished one up to this point. But I had a really good deck, very happy with how everything was going. I was only having trouble with a lot of Bridget decks up to this point, and so 11 wins, 11 victories, oh man, totally psyched, really happy about that. So we're looking at 75,000 Clintz, a silver token, 1 credit, and 110 BP, which isn't too much, but if I can get one more, I add 25k, and I add Ogunq, and I get an extra credit, I get 2 more silver tokens. I mean, just looking at my deck, I am extremely happy with the draw that I was able to get. And so here we are, I go, okay, last chance, Perelman, oh no, and we see Ong, B-Boy, and Naginata, and I was just, honestly, my heart just kind of sunk right here, because Naginata is the 50-50 card on round 1. If I don't play enough, I get destroyed, and so I immediately go, okay, I need to do Kalis CR, I have to do Kalis CR. But as I said before, I really like to save my cards, because see, Kalis is perfect against B-Boy, Ong, and Naginata. He is the perfect, like, ending card. And I do not want to play my perfect ending card on round 1 because he could just throw off with Eric and do nothing. So I'm really hoping, okay, I really would like to save Kalis for round 3. I really want to save Kalis for round 3. So what I want to do instead, I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Naginata, Fisher is going to be at 10 power. -1 from Eric is going to put him at 9. I'm going to at least force Naginata to go in a decent bit of pills. Against Fisher would only do 2 damage, so I'm thinking, okay, no problem there. B-Boy, I've played quite a few pills here. I've gone down to 6. I've invested 7 into Fisher, so at 9, that's going to put me at a pretty good position, even against B-Boy. B-Boy would be, still rocking 9 power, and I would be 9 power, so B-Boy would still only be able to do 3 damage, but he would need to go in pretty far with B-Boy. He would need to play more than half his pills, which is, again, what I'm hoping for, because then Stanley and Kalis should hopefully be able to mop up kind of anything left if he plays a lot of pills. And so I'm thinking, okay, no problem. The issue that I ran into here, as you'll see in a minute, or in just a second, is I did not realize how good the synergy would be at this point between Ong and Eric, because with Ong and Eric combined, there is a -4 power, -5, which means that Fisher will lose 4 power at 10 and take him down to 6. I was not planning or not thinking about how Fisher would be able to go down to 6 power, and so when I played as many pills as I did not take both the combination of Eric and Ong into consideration. I just thought, there's no way he'll play Ong because I cancel his 2 life and I reduce his 6 perfectly down to 2. It's like the ultimate matchup. But he went for, and he beat me with less pills as well. And so now he has a pill lead and a slight life lead. And I'm just sitting here going, oh man, I cannot believe that this just happened. I totally did not see that coming. I was not expecting him to be able to both beat me and have more pills than me. I was really expecting him to have to at least have less pills than me or be tied on pills with me. And it obviously you can tell from now as well. I was just, my heart sunk at that moment. I just kind of went, this is over. And it wasn't technically over. What I should have done at this point was throw Amber, because Amber is not going to do me any good. If I keep Amber, this game is over. There's no reason to have her in my hand. She is a giant waste of space. B-Boy fits perfectly against Stanley right now because he's going to go up to 11 power versus my 8. I don't want to have to fight that. I'm not even going to be at 8. I'm going to be at 7. Kalis is not going to lose anything to Eric, but B-Boy and Kalis are going to be tied, and I'm going to have to play more pills than him, which is going to put me at a pill disadvantage. And so I'm thinking, okay, what do I need with Stanley in order to beat Naginata next round? I'm going to be able to get to 10 power. Naginata could go 64. I was thinking, what do I need in order to win with Kalis? Sorry, and it just was not a smart move. I should have thrown off on Amber. If I had thrown off on Amber, I would have regained the pill lead, and I would still only be down by a small amount, and I would have had a chance to come back here and kind of take it home. But I played way too many pills on Stanley. I didn't even think about the fact that I could have just tossed Amber for nothing. And so I just gave up and said, all right, well, let's just play Kalis and end this match, because at this point I did not have enough pills with Amber, especially on an off round, in order to beat Eric or Naginata. I would have needed a lot more. I needed to get rid of Amber in round 2. If I had done that, I think I could have resurrected this potentially from the grave, but that is not what happened. I was not smart enough to realize I should have just tossed Amber at the time, and that was my downfall. And so, as you can already see and already guess, that's the end. We got to 11 wins. I was very pleased with that, though. As sad as I was, that I go, oh no, if I'd gotten one more, I could have gotten Ogun QRB, which I don't have yet, and it would have been really awesome. But I think with the whole Halloween thing that had been going on recently, I just thought, I'm really lucky to be able to get the 75k Clintz. There's really no reason to complain because I used a mobilization order for this. This is all free for me. I did pay for it, but this is all extra that I'm getting on top of the cards that I got when I bought all of those Rex Sweet packs. And you know, this is free, and I'm not gonna complain about getting 75,000 Clintz for free. Essentially, there's no reason for me to be upset about that. The only reason to get more upset would be if I'm greedy. That's basically the only excuse for it, and I don't want to be greedy. So 11 wins, that's the end. I wasn't able to get to 12, but 75,000 Clintz, 1 token, 1 credit, 110 battle points. Absolutely great for me because I was hovering at around 60k, I believe. And so I decided after this to go ahead and invest my money into some of the new bloods, get those things finished. And so I did that, and that's all for this week. So thanks again for watching. This is Xonia, and you've been in the zone.